Yo, what's up guys? Me, Davey Boy, and I'm back with another video for YouTube. Laptop was on the fritz, sorry I haven't been able to update guys. But, it's cool though. I'm gravy, I'm back in action, doing my thing. I'm gonna get right to it. I know you guys have heard a lot in the news about the whole healthcare thing, or Obamacare, or some of us call it. But, my problem isn't healthcare, it's the fact that as Americans, we are becoming way too dependent on the government. Way too dependent. I mean, realistically speaking, it's not a good thing. History has a very sad way of repeating itself. And if you actually really want to go back in time and look at other time periods, usually when that happens, it usually ends pretty anticlimactic and almost always never right. Let's take example, communist Russia. They start off with some pretty cool ideals. If you actually really take a look at communism, it looks pretty friggin' sweet on paper. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Communism looks fucking awesome on paper. But the thing is though, whether people started creating room for interpretation where communism, like pure communism, doesn't leave that room. Meaning everybody's the same, everybody's equal, everybody contributes to the greater good. And you know something? People are happy, but no, not quite. Because the thing is though, it's in human nature to have ambition. You really can't be human without wanting more. And that's the problem, because there's a few people that want more, and they're willing to step on everybody else to get it. That's the way communism was. They feed the big old military industrial complex. They don't make any products for export. They just focused on just building tanks, guns, attack choppers, nuclear weapons, all that other good shit. Now moving on, let's look at this one's gonna get me in hot water, but let's take a look at Nazi Germany. With Nazi Germany after World War One, people got desperate. They couldn't. Essentially, in a nutshell, Germany could not industrialize anymore because they had caused the First World War and pissed off a shit ton of people. That's what happens when you piss in cornflakes, guys. Also, what happened was people were getting desperate, okay? And you know something? Hitler just happened to have enough charisma to get people pissed off to say, fuck you, we're going to rebuild our military and we're going to fuck people up. That's what happened. People that put too much faith in government and the charisma of one person, and look what happened, and plunged them into a second world war. And look at, I don't even need to go into what happened with fascist Italy or freaking Emperor Tojo out in Japan. History's got a funny way of repeating itself, and the fact that Obama is actually creating, quote, universalized healthcare really just perplexes me. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that need it. There's quite a few people that, but you know something, realistically speaking, expand Medicare then. But to say that as Americans, like, listen, you're gonna get healthcare, we're not gonna provide a government option, and you're gonna pay for it, or we're gonna fine you. Now, the thing is, some folks just don't feel like paying for it. That's just the way it is. Usually the big argument I get from hardcore, like, freaking ACLU cocksucking lefties is that, oh, why would you not want health care? Because, I don't know, maybe, I've got a father who's a general physician. Maybe I get sick maybe once or twice a year. Maybe the last time I was in an emergency room was for a car accident that happened to be picked up by the driver at fault's insurance. That kind of thing. The thing is, there's a million more reasons to where you can actually get by without it. But the thing is, though, everybody's put such a stigma on, oh, you need healthcare, oh, you need healthcare, it's a big thing, it's a big thing. It really, I mean, yeah, it is, but realistically speaking, I mean, up until like the point where you've got a family, I mean, if you're single, you really don't need it. You can usually skate without it. Okay, as long as you take care of yourself, it's not a big deal. And the thing is, though, I mean, if you want to do that, then fine. But what the fuck's up with the fines? Really? What the fuck is up with the fines? People say to me, oh, they're just fining employers. No, they're fining people. They're fining people. Not to mention they want to institute a national sales tax now. You're fucking with me, right? You guys are fucking with me, right? In the words of Joe Pesci, don't make a fuck out of me. Don't make a fuck out of me. Not the one. Come on. I mean, a national sales tax, if you're going to do that shit, though, I mean, I'm actually going to bring up a point that a friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, actually brought up today. Is that if you're really going to institute a national sales tax, get rid of the federal income tax. I mean, you really can't have both, because then you're really fucking people on both ends. I mean, only about 47% of Americans pay federal income tax. So realistically speaking, if you instituted a national sales tax, I'm not the sharpest pencil in the box. I'm not a bean counter by any means. My forte is politics. But, I mean, if you really want to crunch the numbers, I think that you'd be able to raise a lot more money with a national sales tax than you would with federal income tax, you know, if you had to choose between the both of them. I mean, it's just, I mean, but whatever. I mean, people that want to raise taxes to fund Obamacare. And then he wants to look like a fucking hero. I'm sorry, I see right through the bullshit. I don't fucking get it. Yeah, guys, I mean, it's just fucking out of control. And going back to a talking point I brought up earlier about asking the government for help, listen, when you start getting the government involved in privatized business, though, I mean, probably the easiest thing to compare this to would be like, this goes off to you ladies, playing a game of just the tip on the first date. Yeah, you know what just the tip is. You know, just a tip, let me see if it fits, how it feels, that kind of thing. And before you know it, you're going at it, you're going, oh, this feels good, I don't mind now. Then before you know it, bah! Right in the ass. And you realize it, oh my god, how did this happen? How did this fucking happen? Oh my god. But, I mean, the thing is, though, bam! I mean, you're getting fucked in the ass. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's like, oopsie, slip. I just took away your Second Amendment and I forced you to eat healthcare. That's what happens. I mean, when you become too dependent on government, you just get too complacent. I mean, if there's one thing I learned in my life is complacency will get you killed quicker than a bullet. And it is very true. Complacency will get you fucking killed. Meaning that you get too relaxed in the way things are. You get too calm. You're just like, oh, fuck it. I mean, you can't have that fuck it attitude. Okay? I understand that, I mean, shit exactly hasn't been that great these days. But realistically speaking, yeah, this video is about to time out, so wait for part 2. Alright, let me just stop it right here. Part 2 on the state of the government coming up in